welcome, folks, to another edition of the Albert and Billy Show. Hope everybody's having a good day so far. You're listening to us here on WUAT Radio, and you're watching us on Channel 18, BTC Fiber TV. And don't forget to go to BTC Fiber YouTube page. It's the network page, which has all the original shows on there. You can watch every episode of the Albert and Billy Show on there, as well as the other original shows. So check it out and subscribe. If you don't want to do it for no other reason, do it for me and Pawpaw. We would greatly appreciate it. They're trying to get to that magic 1,000 number, and they're so close, painfully close. So we got to get to that number. It helps the network out to bring you better entertainment. So it's a win-win. So we need to get to that 1,000 mark. So help us out with that, folks. We do appreciate it. That's pretty good. I love hearing my voice out on the street. I love how y'all done that. That's awesome.
You think of the windows?
You knew.
So what we're going to do is we're going to be able to pull through here and order hot dogs and fries.
There you go. That's even better. That's even better. I have a feeling you knew I'd like that when you put that in, because I love that.
So now they open.
Can hear us. You can hear the radio station perfectly clear now, folks, on the streets. You can listen to the speaker. Yeah. It sounds great, and I'm really excited about that. Pawpaw.
I like it.
So, and it's a pretty day today. I like that.
Snow next week, possible.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not surprised by that.
Sunday, I think.
Saturday night, Sunday morning.
That's why I hate wintertime. I hate wintertime. That's why.
I don't like it either.
I don't either. Very, very just. I ain't even gonna get into all that.
If
gloomy,
you think if you were God, you wouldn't have 4 seasons?
I'm not saying anything wrong with it. I just wish spring and fall lasted
I just
longer.
have 6, and they'd all be shorter.
Yeah, spring and fall would be a lot longer.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, because that's when it feels the best. We have the least amount of time.
I agree with that. That's my favorite time of year too.
It is, and they're short and sweet. I really miss them when they're gone.
The difference in spring and fall, there's so much life in spring and so much death in the fall. You see the leaves turning color, dropping off the trees.
And it feels
you look
good
out
outside.
at the trees now; they don't look very pretty at all.
Right.
They're barren. They're naked.
That's right.
So whenever God puts all the growth on those tree limbs, that's when the beauty is around
true.
them.
Yeah,
that's true.
Of course,
like
in their early fall, they're turning colors and they're beautiful.
They sure are.
But then they drop.
And we do have a really pretty fall here in the valley.
Yes, we do.
But I got to give props to New England, though. They do have us beat on fall. We went up there. You know, they say that if you ever drive through all the New England states as a road trip, go in the fall. Well, I see why they say that now. It's unreal. It really is. Vermont is, man, it's
Carolyn said Vermont was the most beautiful state she'd ever been in.
It's beautiful, beautiful, and you smell that maple syrup. I mean, you can't go wrong going there, folks. But we went through all of them. I mean, I liked them all, and they all had that fall. But Vermont and New Hampshire, it was really noticeable in those 2 states. Like that, they were beautiful, and Maine. But Maine was beautiful for numerous reasons. You know, you got the coast of Maine, where you have all the lighthouses and stuff. We stayed there 2 nights.
I just noticed it was echoing.
Oh, yeah. I noticed it, but I liked it. But, yeah.
It's going to mess up the video.
It's going to sound cool when we're just on the radio,
For a
though.
minute.
I'm going to like
Everybody
that.
else tell us what you like to echo or not. Yeah.
Well, let's see. Of course, we've got a few announcements, so we're not going to do many today, which is a rarity. But once again, I'm going to say this one more time. I'm not saying it no more. The qualifying deadline to run for any office in the local races is February 17th by 12 o'clock noon. I've said it 4 or 5 times. You won't hear it from me no more.
So I'm
pretty sure people know that deadline.
Sure.
And I'll just say that Mother to Mother is coming to Pikeville. I'm not going to go into all that, but I'm just trying to figure out the day. Does it say the day? Yes. Wow, that was today. That's today. That's today. That's going on today, folks. Mother to Mother is at the fairgrounds today. So, if you're listening right now, head over there and see what that's all about. Mother to Mother, they're at the fairgrounds right now. And let's see. Oh yeah, this is the other one I want to do. It's the Bledsoe County Fair Association. They're going to be hosting a sponsorship auction and chili supper, Papa. And it's going to be on February 25th. Down there by where you live. At the new City Hall, of course. They ask you to please bring an auction item and come support this volunteer fire department association as they gear up for the 2022 season. Food will be served. That starts at 5 p.m. and the auction will start at 6. So sounds like a good event.
Yeah.
All right, Papa, let's hear some of yours.
I just want to eat. I want to eat breakfast.
Exactly. We got to start doing that.
And this will be tomorrow morning now. The big country breakfast at the Veterans Hall. They called it a big country breakfast, and it is.
Yeah, they're not lying.
This is where you want to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
The American Legion Post 66 and the Veterans of Foreign Wars Post 5033 are having a big country breakfast tomorrow morning, and it will be served from 7:30 in the morning to 10. And it will be up here at the Veterans Hall. This will be the menu. Biscuits and gravy, ham, sausage, bacon, eggs, potatoes, tomatoes, coffee, milk, and juice.
Yeah.
I didn't hear bologna in there.
I'm surprised. And I'm surprised you said
Usually they have
bologna
fried
instead of bologna.
I have a piece of fried bologna about every morning for breakfast. But
He said
this
it again. I'm
is
so proud of him. He's
what
saying
they're
bologna.
doing. They're using this money that they derive from the breakfast. They have a building and operations fund. I never heard this before.
I know some of them do have that.
But Tracy Cagle is sponsoring this breakfast, and she is underwriting the cost by making the donation of the bacon they will serve and the eggs they will serve. And so she is now the Bledsoe County trustee, and she's also running for trustee. She is a candidate.
Interesting race.
So that is tomorrow morning.
All right. That race is one I, kind of didn't realize there's a few people running in that one, but that's going to be a good race actually for that one.
I'm sure it's a coveted position.
Mm-hmm. That's putting it mildly.
Well, one of the 10 Commandments is thou shalt not covet.
Yeah. Too bad people don't go by that one very often, but it's true.
But I'm putting words in Tracy's mouth. Tracy's not saying she covets that position.
Right.
She just wants it.
Right. I will say
done
one
a good
more
job,
thing.
hasn't she? Hasn't she done a good job?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. She's just been there 2 years, so considering
the
how
situation that they went through,
she's handled it real well.
It wasn't her title, deputy trustee.
Yeah. She had.
So she's got
she got
several
thrown
years
in the mix there. Yeah.
But anyway,
But she is running for re-election, but she does have some opponents. Amy A.G., Adrian Hankins, I believe, too. Maybe one more. It looks like it's going to be a good race.
good race.
We'll say this, too, and then we'll get into some trivia. There will be a singing at Keener Hill Church of God, and it's going to be on February 19th, folks. It starts at 6 p.m. with numerous singers, and everyone is welcome.
They've not invited me.
They're crazy, ain't they? Oh, and happy birthday today to who? Y'all telling me?
Michelle.
Is she the only one on there today, or do I need to say another
Yes.
one?
That's
Okay.
the only one.
Well, happy birthday, Michelle Collier, one of our sponsors.
Michelle
We'll go ahead and
Collier.
mention her as a sponsor now, since it's your birthday, Michelle. Happy birthday. And I hope you're having a great birthday today, Michelle. We appreciate you here.
I trust her. I signed a contract with her to sell a piece of property for me.
You did.
So I'm just going to throw that out there. So
Yeah.
that's the lady you need
So
to
feel
find.
free to do that, folks.
She
She's local.
projects a good image.
Yes.
Yep.
And
She's
when
Hey,
I
she
saw her
ain't
yesterday,
scared. She got
No.
up there on that piece of property and had her boots on and walked around all over the place.
absolutely.
Through the briars and through the
Yes.
stick tights, and we went to every corner on that piece
That
of
don't
property.
surprise
And
me
it didn't.
in the least.
It wasn't
about
nothing
her.
to it. And I
But-
like that.
Yeah, and she's local.
My wife
You
loves
want
her,
to
too.
support local people. I mean, if you can, do it. So
Yeah.
good for her.
I love her card. Says she's not the, what is it, big? She's not the big dog. We're not the big dog.
Oh, I said we're not the big dogs, but we get the job done. She's got I like that. That's pretty cool.
It is. Isn't it?
Well, all right, Papa. It is time for some trivia.
I've got a few here.
Oh heck, I would never guess that.
Tell me who it is. If you're a woman, you're dressed in what?
A bride. Supposed to be a virgin bride, though. Yeah.
That's what
Those days are over.
That's what the white symbolizes is purity.
Yeah.
Also,
It used to anyway.
also, in addition to a bride, it used to be that nurses were dressed in white.
Oh, well, that's true. They're in white a lot. Yeah.
But I would
Yeah.
have thought
Forgot
you
about
would have
that.
thought bride.
Yeah, I forgot about nurses having that on a lot.
A bank clerk is called a. Vicky has
A teller.
A teller. Why do they call them tellers?
That's a good question. They don't make sense.
It don't
really.
make sense.
It has to do with tiller, wouldn't it? Tiller.
You have a till that you count
So
I
out,
was
yes.
thinking
that you
might
begin
be
your day with, and
Really
you
It's
have
called
to count that
teller,
till
though.
out.
Tiller, tower.
It's called
But-
teller, though.
Teller. I don't know why.
Maybe it's
I
because
watched-
they're telling them
Redneck-
how much money they
the
got.
redneck word for tiller.
I watched Teller and Penn on television. They're two magicians.
I've heard of them.
Teller
I've
and
seen
Penn.
them.
They're funny.
Mm-hmm. They're
Okay.
crazy.
Tarzan's transportation.
Well, all I remember was a vine.
A grapevine. And listen, I can remember when I was a boy swimming in the Squatchy River, we would swing out over the river on a grapevine and drop off in the
I
water.
love doing stuff like that. Love it.
All right. Harper Valley Organization.
It's the Harper Valley PTA.
I don't remember who sang that, but it was a woman.
It was a woman.
Harper Valley
Crap.
PTA.
Gene C. Riley.
Jeannie C. Riley.
Yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah.
Okay, the big name in cheese. What company is most noted for their
Oh.
cheese and their cheese?
Let me try and think of some cheap. I mean, there's Velveeta.
Okay, but now that's not a brand name. Who makes
no,
Velveeta?
no.
Who makes Velveeta?
No clue.
Who makes cheese products? That's number one.
Wisconsin.
Crap.
Kraft.
Oh, I've heard of them.
That's the only one I
Yeah.
think of.
They're the,
Yeah,
they're the-
I don't know anymore.
When I was in business in the store, Kraft had their own salesman in their own truck.
Oh, yeah.
I can see that.
And then finally
think
they
they all
got
did.
wise and they turned their distribution over to a warehouse, and they eliminated that salesman and eliminated that truck. They
Right.
paid that warehouse to
Yeah.
take care of their product.
Of course.
Sargento is probably a number 2 cheese. Sargento.
Sure.
Trigger's Rider. Who rode Trigger? What cow?
Oh, Trigger was a horse.
Trigger was a horse. Who rode Trigger?
Oh, was he a major help lifeline? But is it the Mask of Zorro?
Started. His name started with R, and his last name.
Roy Rogers.
Roy Rogers.
Okay. That's it.
What was his wife's name?
Dale.
Dale Evans. What do you call the big wheel at a carnival?
The big Ferris wheel's
Ferris
what I call it.
That had to be made. The idea had to originate with somebody named Ferris.
Some lady came in and out.
Oh, really? Yeah, all I can figure is somebody by the last name of Ferris come up with that idea. Because they don't make sense, really, what's called that.
Okay,
I like 'em.
who came up with the Peace Prize?
The
The
Nobel.
The Nobel.
Oh,
Alfred Nobel came up with that idea, and he is the one. It's given in his memory every year.
Okay.
The Nobel Peace Prize.
So that's what it's called.
It's given in Oslo, Switzerland.
Yeah, it's a
The
big
neutral
honor.
country.
That's all I have in trivia.
Well, that wasn't as bad as normal.
It wasn't. Wasn't as good as normal. I don't know.
Right.
Those
It's
are
in-
what I pinned for this week.
They have that in Switzerland, that you said, the Nobel.
Oslo. So I didn't have that. Down.
Oh, well, where's Oslo at?
Switzerland.
Well, is that not what I just said?
I said it.
They had the Olympics there once, I think, didn't they?
in Switzerland. Did they?
In-
I don't
in
know.
Oslo.
In Oslo.
I-
Must be the biggest city there.
I'm sure it is. This year, the Olympics are in Beijing.
Oh, I know. We talked about that.
Beijing, China. That is
Stupid.
the only city in history that's held both the Summer Olympics and the Winter Olympics.
Oh, good for them. Not
Yeah,
really.
but
I don't care.
Beijing, there's a lot of repercussions from it being held in Beijing.
Of course there is. That's why you don't have it there.
It
That
was
a very
really
dumb
weird the other
decision.
day. They were having a downhill ski racing. There was
Uh-huh.
3 nuclear plants in the background. I mean, like in the same parking lot, it
Mhm.
looked like. It was the craziest.
That
It was a
is.
crazy view.
It's.
I mean, you think the mountains,
Sorry,
you
I
know.
don't know. I don't want to watch the Olympics when they're being held in a country that hates us, and I'm okay with it. They
Well-
shouldn't. They shouldn't be having it there.
You know, there's got to be some restrictions to the people.
Oh,
They're not
God,
allowed
sure.
to roam wherever they want to
Well, the
roam.
president
you know
himself came
that.
out and warned them not to be vocal on some of their thoughts or beliefs because they could be arrested.
Yeah.
The president
Of course
himself
they
said
could.
that.
And if you get arrested in China, you
You're
may be
done.
stay arrested.
Yeah,
You'd be
there's a
wishing
lot
you-
of countries
you
like
wish
that.
you'd be in-
Ooh.
You'd be wishing you were in Bledsoe County.
Yes, every other country that I've been to, that's the same warning we'd always get.
Yeah.
Don't get in trouble here.
Yeah.
'Cause it's just a different world. It
Yeah.
is. Okay, well, we are going to take a short commercial break, our only commercial break this episode, and when we come back, we're going to have some sports of all sorts. I'm really upset about some Tennessee things, especially the Lady Vols. I don't see how one injury can make you turn into such a terrible team, but apparently it has. That's coming up in sports, and then Papa will have some good old Albertology for you as well. So
And some jokes.
of course, well, as always, tradition, we'll end the episode with some good jokes, and he's been on a roll lately, so hopefully he can keep it going. That's all coming up after the break. Stay tuned.
I'll take care of lunch today, Dylan. Oh, doggone, I lost my debit card.
Hey, use that new Mountain Valley Bank app we got. You know, Card Valet. You can freeze your card so nobody can use it till you find it.
That's a good idea, Dylan. Where was the last place I used my debit card?
I don't know. Hurry up. I can't stay until I hear error. I feel like I'm doing the mannequin challenge. I'm gonna end up with lockjaw. Thank God.
The app freezes my debit card, Dylan, not you.
Oh.
Welcome to the Dunlap Mercantile, located in the heart of the beautiful Sequatchie Valley at 15664 Rankin Avenue in Dunlap, Tennessee. Stop in today for some Mayfield ice cream or a cup of community coffee, and if you're interested in renting this venue for your event, call 423-949-2552. Stay tuned to DunlapMercantile.com for concerts and events coming to the Dunlap Mercantile in 2021. God bless.
You need a bank that you can depend on. Here at Citizens Tri-County Bank, we have the most dependable staff that you will ever meet. Call in, you will not get an automated attendant, you'll get a person. But on the other side, we have all the technology that anyone would need, from apps to online banking to bill pay. So please come and grow with us as we're about to celebrate our 50th year. We are the only community bank you will ever need.
Hello, folks. Welcome back to the Albert and Billy Show here on WUAT Radio. And you're watching us on BTC Fiber TV, channel 18 on your local dial. And also you can check it out on YouTube. Just go to BTC Fiber's YouTube page. You can watch all the episodes on there. And subscribe. We'll say that again. Subscribe. We need to get to that magic number 1,000, and we're really close. So we need your help with that, folks, and we do appreciate it very much. Okay, this announcement just came in, so I'm going to read it, Papa. Stanley Reed is a lifelong resident of Bledsoe County. Stanley has been diagnosed with breast cancer. He will be undergoing chemo, other forms of medical treatment, while being unable to work. Family and friends would like to help with these medical expenses for him, and they have planned a benefit in his honor. Now, when is this going to take place? It'll be on February the 26th, and where will be at the Lusk Community Center, and the time will be starting at 2 o'clock p.m. Items to be raffled include a big green egg 22 Ruger, 50 caliber muzzle loader with scope, and there'll be more than that by the time it rolls around. But those are nice right there. For more info, call Johnny Raines at 423-718-6789. That's 423-718-6789. And this is February the 26th. That'll be on a Saturday.
Didn't say anything about food.
It doesn't, but I guarantee there will be. I mean, most of the time there is. I'll try to find out on that. Because we literally just got this in, folks. Well, it does say, never mind, I see at the top there, food, auction, and raffle.
Oh,
okay.
there you go.
This doesn't say the menu. Thanks to our sponsors, Citizens Tri-County Bank, Bilbrey Insurance, Scotty's, the offices of Emma Boynton, Lisa Wheeler, and Michael Walker. Thank all you guys. Thank you to Farm Bureau Insurance, to the Loom, our next door neighbor, Nickel Row Antiques. They're closed until April, so fear not, they're not closed, they're just closed for the season. The Getting Place, go get you something good at the Getting Place. And they are on Luminary, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Morgan Brothers, and of course when you say Morgan Brothers, that means also the venue and the Bankwalker Brewery. Gibbs Pools, now hiring, folks. Gibbs Pools is hiring, so if you are interested in a job, go out there to Gibbs Pools. They're looking for some good workers.
Preferably teenagers.
Preferably teenagers. Okay.
Yeah, somebody willing to learn a new trade. Yep.
True, yeah, I get that. Thank you to State Farm Insurance, Nick Smith and his friendly staff. Camille Down, Outdoor Adventures, Timmy and Michelle Campbell. I keep saying it, but it's going to happen. We're going to film there. The Country Gospel Bluegrass
Hey, look at the
Showcase
sign.
Sunday.
See our new sign?
Boy, I missed it. Oh, how did... I did not... You didn't tell me that till now, dang
Yeah.
it. I like it, but I didn't notice it.
It's in the background behind the.
Yeah,
that's
I
why
told
I
Papa
didn't
I was putting it up
notice
as an ulterior motive here.
Let's see. Oh, it's Lola's. She's back better than ever. Michelle Collier, we spoke about her. She's a sponsor. It's Collier and Company Realty. Also another real estate agent, Cindy Nipper. She's with Remax, and she's a realtor with Remax. So give Cindy Nipper a call for all your real estate needs.
Remax is a pretty big outfit.
It is. It is.
I'm on at 7 o'clock Sunday morning and 10
Central
o'clock on
Time.
Wednesday. 10
Okay.
o'clock on
Well,
Wednesday. And
I didn't know that, so I'm glad you said that one. Good
7
deal.
o'clock.
'Cause that way I can
Sunday
start
morning.
saying that. good deal. All right, Pawpaw. I'm not gonna like sports, but we have to do it.
Sports of all sorts.
Yeah. Hopefully, we're talking about other things besides Tennessee this week.
Well, I've already mentioned.
God, that thing's loud.
I've already mentioned the Olympics, so I won't mention that again.
Yeah.
We won 1 or 2 gold medals,
Have
but
we?
let me tell you, the production of gold medals by the United States will be on a subpar level compared to Summer Olympics.
Yeah.
Because these other
We're not strong
countries,
with that anyway.
the other countries that live with snow, we don't live with snow here.
That's right.
So
And a
I'm
lot
not,
of our
I'm not
athletes are not going.
expecting a big amount of medals to be
No.
won by our athletes.
No.
But last Saturday, in the field of basketball, number 22 in the land, Tennessee Vols, took on South Carolina.
Oh no, this is one of the rare good things.
They
that
easily disposed of South
happened.
Carolina
Didn't they though?
by the score of 81 to 57.
Couldn't have played it better.
I think the last 3 or 4 games we've averaged 81 points a game.
Yeah, the offense is coming along. The defense is still so-so. But
Yeah. Josiah Jordan James, where has he been?
I don't know. Where's he been the whole time? He was supposed to be the next big thing, and he's not. Then I'm sorry, but he's not.
He gave us 20 points in that game against South Carolina.
He could do that every game.
Ziegler tossed in 18.
Not. Yeah, he's going to be more
Now
consistent.
he's going to be a star of the future.
Yeah, he's consistent.
Chandler just added 11, but he was the 3rd highest scorer.
Mm-hmm. Vescovi's too streaky though.
Biscovi gave us 11 last night, I think.
Mm-hmm. And that's double figures, but let's face it, he can light it up. He can score a lot more than that.
These announcers last night said that, not last night, Wednesday night,
Mm-hmm.
they said that he was as strong when the game was over, and he's playing close to 37 minutes
Yeah.
per game. They said he's just as strong when the game is over as he is when the game starts.
Well, that's good.
But anyway, we're 16-6 as of last Saturday.
And that's okay, but I thought we'd have a better record at this point than
I did too. Fulkerson played in game number 152 for his career. That
Mhm.
tied him with a player from Kentucky.
Mhm.
I don't remember his name, but anyway, Darius Miller.
Oh,
But Fulkerson broke that record last night, Wednesday
Okay.
night. He
Did he?
played in game number 153.
I wish he'd start playing then. He start playing at
He looked good last night, not scoring-wise, but he
No.
looked good. His presence on the court was felt.
more so than lately. You're right, but his offense is just lefty.
On Wednesday, that's the game I keep referring to. We went to Starkville, Mississippi. We spent the night there one night in Starkville.
Mm-hmm.
That's where Mississippi State plays,
Yeah,
and Mississippi plays at Oxford.
that's where I would want to go to. Their campus looks beautiful, Oxford. They say that's a nice town.
Starkville's where we wound up, and that's where we spent
It's
the night.
nice too, and I've been to Starkville, but I would like to see Ole Miss too.
But this was a good game. It was re-shown last night, and I got to watch the whole game last night.
Mm-hmm.
But we now are 17-6 as of
Mhm.
Wednesday night, and
It's a
we
good
have
win.
we're ranked number 19 instead of number 22.
That's good.
Uh,
Really, it's the ladies that have been the disappointment the last 2 weeks.
yes, I know that, but we're right now on the Chandler and Jordan James both got 18 points Wednesday night.
He had 2 games in a row where he scored double figures.
Yes, I said, where has James been?
I've been wondering. This was a top high school recruit, Darryl, and he has been a major flop
So far.
so far.
But the last 4 games he's scored above his average for the year.
That's good to know. I wish he'd start playing to his potential.
The final score was 72-63, but the game was much closer than that. We scored the last 6 points.
Yeah, that's what made it a 9-point lead, really.
On Sunday, the feminine part of the volunteer program went to Hartford to take on
Connecticut, yeah.
Oh, Connecticut. I couldn't remember the name of that school.
a Connecticut team that is nowhere near the Connecticut of old and got beat their very next game by Villanova.
Well,
Tennessee played like crap.
they got a
game.
lesson on how to play the game of basketball from Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
And our coach said, we did not play like the number 7 team in the land.
Didn't play like the number 107th ranked team in the land.
But the Connecticut is number
Pathetic.
10, and they improved their record to 15-4. That's not like the Connecticut of old.
And it's 15-5 now. Like I said, they got beat by Villanova last night.
Okay, but Tennessee's record was 19-4 after that game.
Yeah, because that's that was bad. I mean, at least they're ranked, though. Before that, the Lady Vols lost to 2 unranked
Auburn
teams
and Florida.
on the road.
We had
Auburn and Florida.
when this game was over, we'd lost 3 out of 4.
Yes, we are 1-3 since Green went down with an injury.
Green is
Very
sadly
concerning.
missed, badly missed.
Badly. I didn't realize how badly she would be missed. It's ridiculous, really.
Horston got 25 points,
She does her part.
but we only got 57 total.
I know. I mean, she needs help. The other players are going to
Do
step
you
up.
realize that 25 out of 57, that's nearly 50% of your team's
Yeah.
production?
Yeah, she
That
has to
shows you
get
how little help she
frustrated.
had.
She's not been having help at all lately.
Okay.
Because Connecticut couldn't stop her.
No, they didn't.
Florida and Auburn couldn't stop her. But she said, I no help. You've got to have other players.
Last night, Our Lady Vols played Missouri.
I didn't watch it. I'm mad at them. Did they win?
We won 76-62.
Well, that is a good win, but it's too
We're
late
now
right now. for me.
20-4. We got to the magic 20
Yeah.
win season.
They must have
Horston
played
led the way
better.
with 21. But this was
It'll always be her leading the way.
This was a vast improvement over the last 2 games. The last 2 games we lost by 44 points. But we slipped from number 10 down to number 13.
Oh, it should have been a farther drop than that. Really, they're lucky.
Super Bowl 56 will be played this Sunday if the truckers don't keep them from people from becoming participants from the seats.
Right.
But Sunday, February the 13th will be the time for this Super Bowl 56.
This Sunday.
To purchase a ticket, it's going to be difficult unless you've got in the neighborhood of $9,000.
Oh, my favorite team would have to be there for me to even consider that.
Well, could you come up with $9,000?
I'm just saying, why would eBay pay that if
But
you don't
here's
even care?
here's the thing. On television all week, I have seen people already there.
Mm,
It's not just a game; it's a week, Super Bowl week. People take
Like an
off
event.
from work and take their families to
Mhm.
enjoy the week.
Yeah, that's a little crazy, but yeah.
Can you imagine how much money a family will spend during this week
I
in
know.
buying a ticket for you and your wife and maybe a couple of kids?
That's the way racing is.
It's crazy, yeah.
I'm
Ra-
sure.
racing
I'm sure
is
it
the same way.
It's been that way.
It's been
yeah.
that way. It sure has.
Okay. Also, don't you know that it's going to be in California? Don't you know that the gouging?
It's at LA, ain't it?
Yeah, it's at LA.
They got lucky.
Downtown.
But can you
The LA
imagine?
Rams were in the Super Bowl.
Can you imagine the gouging that's going on by people that are in business? They know they're going to
Sure.
have people begging for food and begging for a place to stay. They can charge whatever they charge.
Oh, yeah. But listen to this. This is weird, don't you think? Because it is an accident. Because they're predetermined well before the season.
Oh yeah, they didn't know LA would be the winner.
No. And this is the second year in a row that's happened. Tampa got lucky last year. It was at Tampa.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
2
interesting.
years in
That's
a
interesting.
row. Yeah.
Okay.
The Bengals have never won it. I have to root for the underdog.
Well,
I
we'll wait
don't
and
care
see.
about either one of them, really.
Football, pro football needs something good to happen because
Yeah.
swirling around the pro football picture right now are two big issues. Racism is one.
Oh, that'll never
Discrimination in
go away.
hiring is number two.
Mhm.
There's only one black coach among the 32 teams.
It's my favorite
That doesn't
team,
even make
Steelers.
sense.
Yeah.
Does that even make sense?
Well,
No.
70% of the players are black.
That's right. That's
So it don't make sense.
Doesn't make sense.
I read that the integrity of the sport, and they got the commissioner, Mr. Goodall, to agree to an interview, and he admitted there's some things wrong, and he says
Yeah, that's good.
the misconduct by the players. They arrested Alvin Kamara last Sunday morning.
What'd he do?
He had floored somebody in a bar early that morning and played.
Oh, he decked
In the
somebody.
Pro Bowl. He was in the Pro Bowl.
He played for Tennessee.
Alvin Kamara played for Tennessee.
The Tennessee boy got in that bar and said, "You ain't gonna whoop me, big boy."
But Goodall says we won't tolerate racism in our sport. But of the 32 pro teams,
Yeah, okay.
there are 5 minority coaches. One of them is black, 2 are black, 1 is biracial, 1 is Hispanic, and 1 is from Lebanon.
An NFL coach?
That's NFL out of 32
From
teams.
11? Which one's from
A Lebanese man is coach. I don't know which one it is. It didn't,
I
it didn't
don't know
say.
either.
But 2 black coaches out of 32,
I'm
and
trying to
70%
think
of
of
your
other
players.
black. It's crazy. I mean, I know the Steelers coach is one of them, and he's a good
Well,
coach.
I mean, like, what about assistant coaches and
now
sideline
they,
didn't
now
say
they
it.
do
You know what I'm
have
saying?
those.
There's
Now
kinda-
they are, yeah, they have more than that.
I'm
yeah.
sure there are some
We're talking about
sub
head
hiring
coaches.
going on, but the
The head
issue
coaches.
is it's out of proportion.
It is.
It's out
I
of
agree.
proportion. And
I only
so
like football.
the misconduct by people like Kamara, but he's not the only one.
No, far from it.
They can't govern that.
No, they cannot.
They can't tell a player not to go out on Saturday night and have a
No.
good time because they're going to do it. They got the money.
And heck, the guy he hit might have deserved it. They're not telling the whole story.
Well,
either.
could have
They
been. I
never
don't
tell
know.
the whole story.
But now listen, in baseball, I've got this is how in sports.
Baseball, yeah.
This is a trivia question.
Oh, gee, thanks. Another one.
Who hit the shot heard around the world?
I've heard that saying.
It was before your time.
I know. So
19
it should
and,
be multiple choice.
1951,
Babe Ruth.
1951, the Subway Series between the Giants and the Dodgers was being played.
Oh, dang, I don't know then.
The Dodgers had a pitcher on the mound in the last game. His name was Ralph Branker,
Uh-huh.
and he delivered up a pitch to Bobby Thompson, and
See,
Bobby Thompson hit it out of the park, and they call that the shot heard round the world.
okay, that's where that comes from. I've never heard of either one of them, so you're right. I wouldn't
Ralph
have
Branker was, and I knew them both, but that was in '51.
Yeah, I
That
don't
was
know.
that was the year I met Carol.
Well, it's a saying that has lasted though. I've heard that saying.
That saying also come from the Revolution
it?
Award also.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just throw that out there. I don't know the circle of it or whatever.
Paul
Paul
Revere was
Revere's-
in that
But
one.
yeah, he was, I believe.
He rode to warn everybody, the British are coming, the British are coming.
Oh, okay. See, I've heard that too.
It's like the Russians are coming. The Russians are coming. No, just a second.
All right. We're ready
Yeah,
for
I'll leave that
We'll
alone.
talk about that.
Are we ready for Aberdogy?
Ready as we'll ever be, Papa.
Monday will be Valentine Day.
Wow,
Get it.
man, time
Get it.
flies.
Did you know that Jesus wrote the first Valentine with his blood?
Ooh, that's pretty. That's pretty.
That's on our bulletin board down at church.
I like that.
Did you know Jesus wrote the first Valentine with his
And
blood?
I've never heard that spoken, but it's very, very powerful.
And you know what? Brother Jim tells me the inmates from the jail put those words up there.
Do they?
I
Well, I
don't know where
like
they
that
get 'em. I
one.
don't know where they get 'em.
Yeah, I don't
Did you know grasshoppers and caterpillars pack more protein than hamburgers?
That's insane.
Have you ever eaten one?
No. And I don't plan on doing it.
All you gotta do is
anytime
take the
soon.
legs and wings off, and it's ready to eat.
Whoa! Woo!
You know, I could not stand to eat a roach bug, but I could stand. I could eat an ant.
Well, I tell you what,
What
I
y'all
used to
trying
ride
to do is make
motorcycles a
everybody
good bit, and I
sick?
always felt like those bugs that hit you in the face and you're smiling, having a good time.
Yeah.
And they all taste like maybe
Or they'll
something
hit
sweet,
you in
and
the
sometimes
eye.
it tastes like something, sour, and sometimes.
Yeah.
The
So don't smile when you ride a motorcycle.
Listen to me. The edible bug business generates each year.
Edible.
Edible bug industry. They generate more than $20 million per year to the economy of
believe
the
that.
world.
I believe that. I know
Edible
places that buy
bugs.
that sell places like that over in Gatlinburg.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's places over there.
Edible bugs.
Crickets
Edible
and-
bugs.
Like they're real bugs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can
And
have
worms. and-
Yeah, I
Okay,
don't want
they can keep them. Those people are stupid.
Did you
Read
know
that.
that in the space program, salt and pepper are not particles in space on the space station? They're liquid.
Really?
No, that makes sense.
That'd be really weird.
Did you know that
Probably wouldn't taste that good either.
moose cheese derived from a moose, sells for over $500 a pound?
You ever tried to milk a
Moose
moose?
cheese. I didn't know moose produced cheese. Never thought
Also,
about
did
it.
you know that when a thief comes into a store, their number one objective is cheese?
Are you kidding me?
The number
They
one
want
objective
cheese.
of a thief in a grocery store is cheese.
It's because it's so expensive, I guess.
When I first started in the grocery
I
business,
don't know what to say to that
cheese
one.
was 60 cents a pound. You go try to buy cheese for less than $4 or $5.
Yeah, it's like steak.
Now I've got a.
But if you were raised eating bugs, or I mean, we were raised eating squirrels and rabbits and quail and stuff. Some people would just freak out about that. But what you're raised with eating, it's not a big deal.
I don't want to eat a squirrel. I don't want to eat a rabbit.
Oh, we did when we was kids. I mean, that's just what we ate.
Well,
sometimes.
yeah, there'd be a lot better than what
Or
we've been
deer,
talking about.
or whatever. That's
Now
Deer
I've eaten
jerky's
a
good.
lot of deer meat. I've eaten a lot of deer meat because I had to cut up a lot of deer hams when people
Mhm.
bring ham in there and want me to cut it up. I've cut up a whole deer, whole hog, whole cattle.
That's a lot better than eating a stupid bug, I'll tell you that.
Elizabeth Alexandra Mary Windsor is the Queen of England.
Oh, I've never heard her called by her name.
This week they celebrated the 70th year of her on the throne of England.
That's why she's so
That
power
will be
hungry.
that will be
That's
this
a long
Sunday.
time.
This Sunday will be 70 years.
Wow.
But she is the symbol of stability in a world
England.
of turmoil around her.
Mm-hmm. If they only knew.
They said this morning that they all have COVID. The Queen,
they?
the King, and all of them, they're all checking them for COVID.
Are they?
Because of her being on the throne for 70 years,
Mm-hmm.
it's been a constant state in England.
Yes.
This is what the Hugo Vickers, he is the official historian of the regime that's in power over there. He says that Elizabeth should earn a royal epitaph that would compare her to her predecessors, William the Conqueror,
Mm-hmm.
Edward the Confessor, and Alfred the Great.
Mm-hmm. Why
They're
wouldn't she?
putting
I mean,
her. They're putting her on a
On a
pretty
king,
high
that's
pedestal.
That is high, but I mean, good Lord, 70 years. Like you
70
said,
years. That's something.
That's a long
else.
time.
I think that's a position you don't retire out of.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
She named her queen the other day.
She did.
Yeah.
She her replacement.
Her
she did?
replacement
Really?
will be her son and
I didn't
and
read that.
Camilla, whatever her name is. Camilla. Yep.
Boy, oh wow,
That was on the news just the other
that's
day.
a story in itself. But anyway, That'll be controversial.
Well, that's the reason they probably had her to throw that out there. That way, when she does pass away, that's her wishes. So that's what everybody will do.
Yeah.
They will accept it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she is.
They won't like it.
Well, some of them won't, but
No.
But can you imagine what it would be like to be
Well,
the ruler of a country and be a
Right.
woman?
yeah, I wouldn't want to.
There's very few. Yeah.
This is Albertology, but I'm going to give you some of Lala's wisdom.
Hello,
Words of
La
wisdom.
La. Glad to have you back, La La.
This first one is Albertology. Don't do like I do, do what I say.
I've heard that many times.
Me too.
This is what Lala says. Gratitude is the most exquisite form of courtesy. You always say thank you.
Yeah.
I've tried to tell my children that, but you think they
Yeah.
listen to me?
Well, I'd say so. I mean, I hear Mama say it all the time.
I asked Vicky,
I say it. I say thank you a lot.
I like for my children to tell me they love me too.
Yeah.
But Vicky, I asked Vicky, and I asked Paula too, separately. I said, did you ever hear your mother use a curse word? Both of them said, no, Daddy.
Not till the end.
And then I said, listen, have you ever heard me use a bad word? And both my daughters said, no, Daddy.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I agree with them, that they didn't hear me, but that's what they said to me.
That's good.
So wait a minute, I thought it was a joke there for a second, because you ever heard this joke? I don't never smoke or drink or curse.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh darn it, I left my cigarettes in the bar. Or whatever.
Yeah.
I've heard that.
That's a good story.
I like that.
Okay, Lala says, if God sends a storm, he will also send a vessel
Ooh.
Oh, that's
for you
good.
to get through the storm.
La La, I like that. Lala's getting deep here. I like
Lala
it.
says, fragrance lingers on the hands of those who hand out roses.
That is very true. Very
Roses.
true.
I would say for Valentine's Day, more roses will be delivered than any other time in the year.
Oh, that's the truth. That's true.
And more candy will be bought.
Yeah, that's what I usually.
Listen,
That's what I usually buy them is chocolate candy, and then of course I sneak a little to myself.
I got 3 boxes of candy
Already?
for Valentine.
Cool. You might not. You might just have 2 after a while. I might go there and
Lala
check that out.
says, it isn't the mountains that wear you out, it's the grain of sand in your shoe.
No, I never thought about
You ain't
that.
never walked up a mountain.
Right.
Benjamin Franklin said this, when you're good to others, you are best to yourself.
Oh, I've never heard that, but I like
I never heard that. When you're good to others, you're best to yourself. Because
I
let me
get
tell you,
it, but I've never heard
the
it.
Bible says, cast your bread upon the waters, and when it will return to you in many days. If you're good to people, it will be reciprocated back to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
We were
that's
talking
true.
about that earlier, wasn't we, Papa?
Yeah,
that's
I
good
hadn't
stuff.
thought about that. Mother Teresa said this,
Mhm.
love is a fruit in season at all times and within the reach of every hand.
It's very true.
Love. I think that man is created to love and to be loved.
Yes. Yes. I don't. Yeah. I don't.
You
No,
are
they're
you
necessarily
listening, women?
born.
Are you listening, women? Law says, forgiveness is the final form of love. Forgiveness is one of the most beautiful words in the English language, but it's the hardest word to implement.
Yeah. For some more than others.
I want to be forgiven, but don't ask me to forgive
But I'm not
you.
gonna forgive you. Like I need
I'll
for you.
forgive you,
Can't
but
be
I
that
won't
way.
forget. Have you ever heard that?
Yeah, now that one don't bother me as much because if it's somebody that has wronged you, yeah, I'll forgive you, but you ain't gonna be in my life anymore. You know, I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Lala closes out by saying, a mother's love perceives no impossibilities.
That's very true. Very true.
All right.
Lala did good, and it's been a minute since we've gotten those. I like it.
I want to say one more thing about the Super Bowl.
No.
31 million Americans will bet on the Super Bowl.
That's not surprising.
But now, if
at
Daryl is
all.
right, we may not even have it.
Well, if it goes on, they will bet.
But last year, Tennessee lifted the ban on betting legally on sports in the state of Tennessee. This
So
will be
people
the
can
second
do
go
that.
round. Last year, over $15 million was bet on the Super Bowl by people in Tennessee. But this year, it will be double that.
God.
But 31 million people will bet on the Super Bowl. Jay Greason said this morning in the newspaper, in the ever-growing realm of sports gambling, the Super Bowl is bigger than Christmas.
Gosh.
Can you believe
That's
that?
crazy.
This is a little
They're
inside
blowing a lot of money, a lot of them.
inside information. The piece of property that's at Gatlinburg, when you get off at that exit that they've been cutting off the hill for years and years, it was a mountain there. Literally, they took it off, and they're fixing. Indians over at
Cherokee. Okay.
bought that piece of property for what they were asking for it, and they also bought the piece of property that's behind the stadium, the Smoky Bear Stadium over there on the other side of the interstate. And the scuttle is in Pigeon Forge that within the next few years they will legalize. They're this close gambling in the state
Casinos.
of Tennessee, and those both will be casinos. That's what everybody's saying in Pigeon
I'm
Forge.
sure they will.
And why would they buy the piece of property without knowing some
They know
inside?
something's
They
up.
know something's going
They know
on.
something's
And
up.
so because that's a lot of money. It was.
Well, and that's a tourist trap.
Oh, it is.
At its finest. So
Some
it
land
would
over
do
there
good.
is worth $100,000 per square foot.
Wow.
Yes,
That's
crazy.
ridiculous. but
That's
I'm
over in
about it.
town. In town.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, that's some betting.
Before I get
Yeah.
into jokes, I've got one of pickles.
Pickles, good old pickles.
Opal says to Earl, Earl, I have something to tell you. He says, oh, what is it? I borrowed your car keys, and now I can't find them. I think they're lost. And he says, oh, thank goodness. She said, what do you mean, thank goodness? I've been waiting for you to lose something so I could tell you I lost the checkbook.
That was smart.
Those
She bided her
two,
time.
that married couple is so true to life.
They are, aren't they?
I'm telling you,
Maybe that's why it's so popular then. And it's usually got good humor in it too. You know, it really does.
I bought a book this week from Crossville. I went up there and I found this book about redneck dictionary from Jeff Foxworthy. I've used one before.
Yeah.
I've used one before.
Yeah, I used to love that. You might be a redneck, yeah. Yeah, those were so popular back in the day.
Some of the words from Jeff about rednecks and what they really mean. We look at the word acquire, and you know what the word acquire means. But for the redneck, it's a noun, and it's a group of singers, especially those who perform during religious ceremonies, acquire.
Good point. Good point. It's a quark.
Spelled the same. Spelled
That's
the
right. That's pretty good, Papa. Well, dang, was that the only one funny?
Now I'm gonna give you some more.
He's got a whole book full of them now.
He's got tapes and CDs that would make you laugh so hard, Papa. You're
I know. And that's the show he's got. Are you smarter than a fifth grader?
Yeah, that's good.
Acquit. You want to hear the word acquit if you're in court.
True.
But this is what a redneck would think when you use the word acquit. You ain't firing me 'cause I quit.
That's right. And I know a few people that have said that.
I've said that. I've said that.
They ain't gonna fire me. I'm a quitting first.
You heard the state Arkansas?
Yeah. Good old Arkansas.
Arkansas. Noah finished the ark, and so it was good. Noah finished the ark and saw it
I
was
get
good.
that now. That took me a second on that one.
You've heard the word barium?
Barium? Oh, like you're burying somebody?
No, barium. B-A-R-I-U-M.
Yuck.
Barium is a.
Yuck.
I do not know.
They give you that to follow it when they want to trace it down and see where
Oh,
you got
terrible.
a blockage. But this is what he says a redneck will take that word to mean. My dog died yesterday, so we're going to bury him tomorrow.
I thought that's come into play somehow.
You got it you got it before I used it.
Is that
Behavior.
behavior? Okay.
The behavior of some of the children in the restaurant just makes me sick. The way that I was eating yesterday in a restaurant in Crossville, and there was some little kid in there that cried all the time I was there.
Oh, was it a baby though? Or?
It was a baby.
Well, yeah, I understand that.
Behavior is something you notice about other people's children, not your own.
Yeah.
But this is what the redneck would use that word for. If you don't behave, your daddy is going to spank you. If you don't behave, your daddy.
Words never spoke at my house. My mama just took care of business.
Didn't have to wait on daddy, did you?
She didn't have to wait on daddy.
Boysenberry. Have you ever eaten a boysenberry?
I've heard of it. I don't know if I've ever ate it or not.
I don't know that they ever picked a boysenberry, but they make boysenberry jelly.
Yeah, I've
boysenberry
seen
jam,
that.
boysenberry pie.
I ate it,
Okay.
though. Is it good?
It is a fruit just like you pick a blackberry,
Okay. Sounds good
but
then.
for the redneck. Get the boys and bury this guy before the cops show up.
Well, that is way off.
Ouch.
This is the last one. Bulletin. You know what a bulletin is?
Yeah, like a church bulletin.
Bulletin.
Gotcha.
Or the cops will put out a bulletin on APB
Oh,
on somebody.
true. Yes.
But for the redneck, if you want to save us, you're going to have to put it in that gun. Bullet in that gun.
Bullet in that good.
It's. I actually know some people that talk like this.
Oh, come on, Betty.
That's where he got them. That's where he got them.
That's what makes it a little maybe extra funny to me sometimes, because I'm thinking of somebody I know that would say that in a heartbeat.
All right.
Yeah, we got time for
An
two or three
an
jokes.
Ohio man recently proposed to his girlfriend at the finish line of a marathon.
Wow,
Okay.
how romantic.
She can never find out. What he really said was, "Will you carry me?"
Oh!
Will you carry?
That'd
Will
be
you
so
carry
bad.
me?
Oh my God, that'd be bad.
That would be bad.
Because he ain't gonna want to take it back and hurt her. Well, you better hope you really like that person then.
Yeah.
All right.
That's good. That's good. You got
Three-
another one?
3 friends, a surgeon, an engineer, and a politician, were discussing which of their professions was the oldest. The surgeon said
I don't know.
Eve was created from Adam's rib, so
Mhm.
therefore it was a surgical procedure, so surgery is the oldest profession.
Okay.
The engineer replied, before Adam and Eve, order was created out of chaos, and that was an engineering job. God did that.
They've all got good points so far.
The politician says, yes, but who do you suppose created the chaos?
You got that right.
All right.
That these politicians and media.
Yeah, for real.
Mom and Dad told the kids they had to leave right now,
Right.
at which point their teenage daughter headed for the bathroom to apply makeup.
Mm-hmm.
And Dad yelled for her to get in the car immediately. So on the way to the movie, Dad glanced in the rearview mirror and caught their daughter applying lipstick. And he produced this lecture. Look at your mom. She didn't put on any makeup just to go sit in a dark movie theater. So the daughter said back to her dad, yeah, but Mom doesn't need makeup. Mom's heart swelled at the thought that this compliment her daughter was paying her.
Probably wasn't
My
one.
mama doesn't need makeup. So she wanted to thank her sweet, wonderful daughter. So she turned around to her to thank her. And then the daughter said to her daddy, nobody looks at Mom.
Oh, I knew it. I knew that was going to be a compliment that turns into an insult. That's pretty good, Papa.
I thought that was good.
That is. Well, you can do one more if you got one. If not, well,
Okay. Two friends are sitting on a park bench.
uh-oh.
And
That
the
could
first
be-
friend says, I got a nice insurance settlement. My house burned down. The second friend said, funny, I just got a nice insurance settlement. My house flooded. The second friend said, how do you start a flood?
I knew it. When you said that, I said, yeah, you
People
probably
burned their
burned
house
it
down for the insurance?
That they do. They sure do.
Let me tell you something.
More than what you think, too.
Let me tell you something about human nature. It never changes.
No.
Unless God changes it.
Yeah. Greed is a huge problem. Huge problem.
Preach it, Carolyn. That's what
Hey,
Carolyn always said.
Nanny was right. Greed is, especially right now, it's just, it's pathetic.
Well,
It is.
she always told me that sex and greed would bring down every man.
And when you're greedy, you're selfish. If you're greedy, then you're selfish. That's the way I see it.
Jay St. Clair told me one time, and Jay became a lawyer,
Mm-hmm.
but when he was getting started,
Mm-hmm.
he said, Albert, a man should not want more than $40,000 a year for anything he does.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure Jay's not satisfied now with $40,000.
No, he's making a lot more than that now. But what he said back then, that's when he was in law school, but what he said is true.
I started
To
out
a point,
I
you know
started
what I
out
mean?
at $5 a day here in Pikeville, Tennessee.
That's crazy. Yeah, but back then things just cost 5 cents. So you could
Yeah,
do
you
it.
could buy a piece of bubble gum for a penny, and you get a nickel's worth of bologna cracker.
That's crazy. I just can't say it enough. I'm so jealous that I didn't get to live during that time.
I popped popcorn for 4 years. I sold popcorn for a nickel a bag to people going to the movie for 11 cents.
You could even buy a bag for a nickel nowadays.
No.
Probably not.
You could.
You couldn't buy a piece of bubble gum for a nickel nowadays.
I bet it is a nickel.
And
And
a
nickel
bag of
can't-
popcorn now is more like $10.
And nickel candy
True.
bars are $1.
Yeah.
And it's a quarter the size of what it used to be.
Exactly.
I saw coffee go from a pound bag down to 13 ounces, and now it's 11.5 ounces. You don't get a half gallon ice cream. You get 54 ounces in some brands and 48 ounces in other brands. But it still looks like a half gallon cart.
Yeah, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. That's a little bit of trickery there, it seems like
Sure
to me.
it is. People don't pay any attention. But the people that are buying
That's
that
the
bag of
problem,
coffee
too.
never bought a pound bag. That's all they know.
Right.
You know, I love the dollar store, but when you go to the dollar store, you buy those things you buy are small or packaged, and they do
Yeah.
that on purpose for the dollar store.
The Dollar Tree is no longer a Dollar Tree.
Oh, it's not.
No. It came out in
Oh,
the paper.
that's right. Yeah.
It came out in the paper.
It's $1.50 now.
Items are not $1 anymore.
Yeah.
At the Dollar Tree. Now it didn't.
They need to change their
We need to go in and check out how many items they got for
We
$1.
do.
They don't have to.
They need. Well, that's false advertising, Dollar Tree.
$1.50 tree.
All you hear
That's
in the
right.
news is about how inflation has taken over in the United States. It's weird.
It's
Yeah.
just because it's
This is just
intentional.
Daryl, but here we go. I sound like Papa. The Bible says that you'll have to work a day for a day's wage. To eat for a day. So you'll have to.
But you know the thing
coming
about
that
people
way.
in Bible
You know,
times, they got paid every day.
Oh, cool. That's
Yeah.
true.
They got paid every day because they had to go buy something to feed their family with before they went home.
Never thought about that. That's how it should have been.
And the one thing Taco Bell keeps harping on and keeping before the public about getting help, they say we'll pay you every week. You don't have to wait 2 weeks for your
Oh,
paycheck.
yeah.
Did you see what Dollywood done?
Yeah. Dolly is paying the tuition for all her employees.
And books.
Everything.
books.
Everything.
Yes.
That's amazing. That does
For college.
not surprise me.
So okay, Dolly, and you think Dollywood? It's not just Dollywood. It's the Harlem Globetrotters. Dolly
I can see
owns
that.
the Harlem Globetrotters.
I didn't know that.
Yes,
I didn't know that.
The 2 or 3 restaurants, shows and restaurants in Pigeon Forge and Branson.
So it'd be all the employees.
So it'd be
and
all the employees. I think there's about 7,000 employees.
I read
Yeah.
11,000.
She's a good
The
woman.
what?
I read 11,000.
11,000. Okay,
That's
11,000.
a dang good woman.
She is. That's a good thing.
Can you imagine all this imagination library, all the free books?
Oh, it's a
Oh,
great
yeah.
thing. That is a great thing.
That
But
was
you know what I
hard.
started thinking? It's just Darylology.
No, God.
I started thinking what's going to happen though is going to be easier for her to find employees now with an
yeah.
offer like
You
that.
better believe it.
So I
Should
think
they?
it's awesome. I think
Free
it's awesome.
college
Should
education.
Yeah, boy, that's good stuff.
How many $1,000 would that be worth?
A lot.
If she has trouble finding employees to work there,
She does now
then
or before.
then people are even lazier than what we're realizing.
Yeah.
Well, people are lazy.
I know
Badly.
some. I know some people that are very close friends of mine that work there in the entertainment of Dollywood, and they. Rosie is one of them. She walks around the park and gets pictures of her, and she kind of looks like a modern day. I don't know what you would call flower child, country flower child, and
A
she's just
hippie?
a sweet, yeah, hippie. But she's dressed out in country,
Yeah.
and so that there's a lot of those people that have had that job for a long time. It's not just a month or it's
she's
a year,
good to work for.
years
I'm
and years
sure.
and years.
She takes care of her people.
Yeah, we've done work for
That's
not
cool.
Dolly, but we've done
In
work
that
for
area,
the
though.
for the Partons, her cousins
Yeah.
and stuff. Gatton built the
There,
Gattenberg Towers.
I won't say her name because she probably wouldn't want me to, but there's a woman that lives here, in Bledsoe County that's related to Dolly Parton and Parton.
Yeah.
I've heard some interesting stories from her, and they all have that same natural ability to write songs and make music. She has
Wow.
it too, and all of them do. All of
do.
them. It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've never tried to write a song. I reckon I could.
I think you should try. That would be quite funny, probably. I think you should try.
I'm sure it would. I'm sure it would. I
We'll
better
have to
stick.
film that.
I better stick to advertising.
I think you might want to, but But I'll support you if you want to
He carries a note though. He can carry a
Yeah,
note.
the bass note. He
can
said
carry
he's
it,
the one
though.
that says I don't like his singing. I just tell him not to sing. I'm tell you, when he asks, he always asks me at bad times. So usually, but he does have a good bass, low voice. That's true.
I don't know what I sing, but Wade Dodson has a bass voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he does.
Boy, he
Mhm.
can sing. He can
You do
sing.
too, though. You do. I think you
I
sound
don't.
better in the bass form than the other. You don't think Papa has a bass voice?
Well, he does more than
Yeah.
I do. I don't think I do.
Oh.
My big brother has a deep voice.
Mm-hmm.
Last Sunday night, No, the Sunday night before. We had the singing at church on
Mhm.
Sunday night.
Guess they're not singing.
Fifth Sunday night singing. And would you believe that I sang?
I believe.
Yes, because you told me. I think you weren't prepared for it at all.
Oh.
Yeah, I do.
Did
know
you sing
that.
the song that they wanted you to sing?
Yes. Lola
Oh,
sales helped him,
wow.
but he only heard it one time in his life.
I
That's
only
what I
heard
heard.
that
That's
song
what he
one
told me
time in
last
my
week.
life. And they said,
I don't know how y'all
and
know
they
it.
gave me the words to sing, and I didn't know how to sing.
Sometimes that don't help when you've only heard a song one time.
I knew the chorus.
Because you got to remember the tune and how it goes and all that good stuff.
The reason I heard that song, I was told by Mr. Reed to go to Dunlap one day to help with the funeral. I got
Uh-huh.
down there. A man had killed his dog, killed his wife, and killed himself.
Good
Goodness
Lord.
gracious.
So there was a double funeral going on. One casket on one side, one
Ridiculous.
casket on the other. So the man that got up to preach the funeral is all bent over. He has something wrong with his back, and he had to look out at people like this. I will never forget it. Then when it came time for the song to be sung, that man picked up his guitar and started strumming that song.
He did. Still
Remind
been over.
me, and he's all been over. And I'll never forget that song. But I'm just humming it one day. I'm singing a little bit of the chorus. Brother Jim hears me. He says, "You sing that Sunday night." Well, I said, "You get me the music."
He thought you knew
They
it,
got the
didn't he?
music right before time to sing.
Dang, Papa.
I ain't lying.
I don't know how
That's
you and
crazy.
Lola pulled that off. Then.
Lola
Oh my
knew
God.
the
Oh
song.
my God.
Thank God she knew it.
And when I got to the chorus, I knew the chorus.
I want to tell you that Lola is the sweetest lady ever.
And
I just love her so
entertaining.
much.
She
I
is,
do.
I can-
She is just the.
She's one of the people that sent me a Valentine.
Well, of
Oh.
course.
She
Well-
sent me a
Well, y'all are lifelong friends. Literally, they go way back. But well, I think we've wrapped it up for this episode, ain't
I
we?
think we can say goodnight.
I see our producer standing outside. It's that time. Don't forget you can listen to WUAT tonight at 6. Bledsoe County boys are traveling to York Institute. Mike will be there to have the call for that, so you can listen to that tonight here live on WUAT Radio. And we want to thank you once again for joining us today, and we will see you guys next week for another edition of the Albert and Billy Show. So until then, we hope you guys have a great week. So long, folks.
See you later.
Hey folks, Albert and Billy here. You're watching us on Channel 18, BTC Fiber. Check us out on BTC Fiber YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe and like. And check out our Facebook page. Be sure to like and share. Thanks everybody for watching.